Um, Showcase was decent, but they focused way, way too much on Charlotte Flair. Like, seriously, why was she 50% of it when the whole thing was supposed to be about the four horsewomen? Bayley, Sasha, and Becky. Speaking of Bayley, even though I don't even like Bayley, she's a great wrestler, but I don't really like either of her two main characters, the hugger and, her current heel thing. She definitely deserved to be used more because it's literally a part of her story and she's not being used. It makes zero sense. Zero. But she was barely used in it. What else? Glitches. There was a few glitches here and there, but from what I've played in the past few days, I think I've had more glitches in 15 and 19 and 18. All combined, more than 20, and I didn't even get a lot of glitches in 15 either. 18 had quite a few glitches here and there, and 19 had a few here and there. 18 is probably one that I've gotten the most glitches out of, and I still don't get glitches a lot in that game. What else? Roman Reigns. I'm not gonna take away anything from him because he was pushed harder and harder by Vince. And clearly he's a main event guy. He's a great wrestler. But why exactly he's on the cover? Seth Rollins, I can kind of understand in 18. AJ Styles, he did a lot just joining in WWE. But he was only in the company for like 3 years at that time, so I don't really understand why he was on the cover. But they still gave him stuff. They gave him the golden AJ Styles skin. He was a decent amount of part of story in 19. But Roman Reigns did nothing in this game, but he's on the cover. Becky Lynch was not only in her own showcase mode, but she was also a significant part of story mode of Brooklyn Von Braun's revenge. Here we got Roman doing absolutely nothing when he's on the cover. They could have had him have a feud with Trey at some point, but they just focused on Samoa Joe for most of the story, who eventually gets fired anyway, in real life and in story. Kurt Hawkins, I ended up picking him for the Mae Young Classic thing, and all they do is diss on him. So clearly they started the story before he had his big win at WrestleMania, because they just diss him about how he's never won a match in like 10 years, and I'm pretty sure that's not even true. I think they're only referring to when he was an Edgehead with Zack Ryder and Edge, obviously. Because he was in the company all the way up until 2014, before he came back just 3 years later. So, and I'm pretty sure I think he won at least one match before the whole losing streak started. When he returned, I think. But yeah, they try and say he hasn't won a match in a decade. Like, oh, he only won matches when he was with Edge. Though he did win a few. Zack Ryder got the push, but Kurt Hawkins did get a few wins. He didn't get a push, though. I don't really know what else. One of the big major things in gameplay-wise was they changed way too much stuff. You get used to it after playing it for a few days, but it's way too much. Just dragging people was changed. Nobody complained about that. Half the stuff they changed, like, I see why they would change it gameplay-wise, because it makes stuff easier. But at the same time, they've had the same controls for like 10 years. Then you're just gonna change it and not tell anybody. Because I don't think that was something that was highlighted during the game. I do like the mixed gender thing, but it's kind of ridiculous that they don't even let you leave the ring when you're a guy. Just because they don't want you to even attempt to hit the girl. Like, I can put on a no DQ match. Try and leave the ring to get a chair, and they just won't let you leave the ring. There was a few other things. Brooklyn Von Braun. I'm pretty sure she's just made up for story, but she's a whole ass 89 in this game. They treat all their real wrestlers like shit and then just give her that. It doesn't make sense. Why do they keep auto-correcting? I think that's just her voice actor. Yeah, they treat Kurt like crap in the game, just crapping on him anytime they can. They take out so many legends in this game. The game was a bit rushed because part of the company just flew out on them because they actually wanted to make changes to the game. I know, crazy, right? But look at this legend roster. Half of it's DLC because they had nothing else that they could do. But they take out, like, I think at least 10, maybe 20 legends. And, oh, we get like 2 of them. We get Roddy Piper and Molly Holly. That's what we get in replacement. You see how many DLC they do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just for zombies right there. Look at all this DLC. I still need to buy Molly Holly. I just bought Roddy Piper after the story. But the only reason he's actually in the game is because he was DLC in the previous game. Because they finally started putting him in the game. Because his last game was, I think, was like 16. And he died not too long before that. Which is probably, I think, the only reason they put him in there. But I don't know. But yeah, there's only like 2 new people. I don't expect them to put a bunch of new legends because that takes a lot of work getting people to sign contracts. At the same time, I don't expect you to get rid of half of them and only give us 2 new ones. Because we lost Bam Bam Bigelow. We lost Vader. We lost Tonica. We lost Ravishing Rick Rude. We lost Brutus Beefcake, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we lost Brutus Beef. No, we got him still. But they made us lose so many legends. Legends that they had just added in 19 weren't in this game. I think it was the Rock and Rollers were in 19 and then they weren't in this one. Not to mention the fact that half the people that could have been in this game weren't. Like, just current people, not legends. The Coen brothers aren't in it, Epico and Primo. Ascension aren't in it, which these 2 teams, this would have been their last game because they both left around the same time, late 2019, before this game was released. Because they left they both actually left like a few months after this game came out. So they could have been in this game. They left Stardust in 17 when he wasn't in the company for 5 months. The only exceptions for people that actually make sense why they left him in the game when they weren't even in the company was Del Rio and Punk in 15. because they were a big part of story and showcase, so they couldn't just get rid of them. So yeah. What else? They just got rid of so many people though. It makes me so mad. Bigelow was in the games. I don't think he was in 14. He might have been. Yeah, just a community showcase. Yeah, he's added in 15 as DLC. Then he's in the games all the way through that, right? Then, no. You don't get 20. You don't get 20. Let me just look. Legends and Retro, there we go. Alondre Blaze, that's another person that's not in the game. Of course, Chris isn't in it because AEW. DDP's not in it because I'm pretty sure he went to AEW too as like a backstage producer. I don't think Greg's in it either. I'm on the game right now, so I should look. I should just look. Go to store. Because I'm on 20 right now because I'm about to do a match with Rowdy Piper since I just bought him. Yeah, Greg's not in this either. I'm pretty sure Ivory isn't in this either, is she? Neither's Jacqueline for sure, because she was one of them I was disappointed about. Lex Luger isn't in it, but his is actually for a good reason. Because he got into trouble for a car accident, I'm pretty sure is what it was. I don't know, but I know for sure he's arrested and still currently in jail. I don't think Godfather's in this. I know Papa Shango is. If Godfather's in it, I bought him because I like Godfather. Yeah, Godfather's not in it. Because the only G1 in the legend category is Goldberg. So Godfather's not in this one either. Oh, Paige during showcase mode. She was injured during this time with a career-ending injury from Sasha Banks, which should have just been a basic move where she should have been fine. But she was fighting already injured, which doctors warned her about, so it's her own fault. But you know, currently Daniel and Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar are just people that had like serious injuries and were told they wouldn't be able to wrestle again, did start wrestling again. Or Edge too. Forgot about Edge. So Paige is still super young, so I guarantee she's gonna try and get a doctor that will clear her. What else? But yeah, Paige anyway, showcase mode. You had to earn her from showcase, which sucks. Because I don't like doing showcase mode for certain characters. I'll do showcase mode and I might do the stuff to get a cool outfit. But I don't like playing as characters I don't like and putting them on my stats just so I can earn Paige. But I guess it's not a big deal and I can do it. But she's the only one I really want to earn from showcase in this one. 15, I did it for Booker T and The Rock. And Rob Van Dam, I think he had to earn from showcase too. Yeah, see, there's Ravishing Rick Rude right there. Ric Flair's in it, but you know, not all of them are in it, like this one. Rick Martel isn't in it. Yeah, told you. Ricky Morton from the Rock and Rollers, I'm pretty sure, isn't in it. Shane McMahon, I'm pretty sure he's in it. I don't think they would cut out him. Let's look though. Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, and Stephanie McMahon, Stone Cold, Sting. Yeah, Shane's not in this one, it looks like. Psycho Sid, yeah, he's not in it either. He needs to be added to the Hall of Fame already, too. Who else? That's about it. But yeah, Vader, right there, he's not in it. They just kept downgrading him. He was a solid 89 for the longest time. Then they gave him an 87 and 19. Made a lot of people lower in 19 for some reason. Bigelow went down from a solid 85 for the past few games to an 83 in 19. Then they're just both cut out. But yeah, that's all I got to talk about.